throughout the whole history of slavery, I mean, I'm going back centuries, never in human history has there been more suffering that generated more profit and was linked to the lives of more people around the world, ever in history, than what's happening in the Congo right now.
Of Congolese kids are involved in every stage of mining for cobalt. Children are everywhere, digging for cobalt in abandoned open pit mines. At barely 10 years old, children lug heavy sacks of cobalt to be washed in rivers. From as early as 4, they can pick it out of a pile. One thing is clear: children are still here, carrying the weight of our high-tech world on their shoulders.
The Democratic Republic of Congo is the world's leading source of mined cobalt, USGS said. The African country mines more than half of the world's supply. In the meantime, many investors are concerned that increased production of lithium-ion batteries for devices such as electronics and electric cars will lead to cobalt shortages.
Why it's of concern to you?
Yeah, okay. Well, I started traveling to the Congo 5 years ago. I've been doing research on slavery and child labor for about 20 years, traveling all around the world, documenting slaves and child laborers, human trafficking. And this came across my radar maybe 7 years ago. People started talking in the field about cobalt. Cobalt's in the batteries. It's in the Congo. The conditions are horrible. And I had no idea. I never heard of this. So I started planning.
Cobalt may be best known for the pigment called cobalt blue it has long been used to make. But another application has driven up demand for the metal in recent years: lithium-ion batteries found in everything from smartphones to electric cars. Average annual cobalt prices more than doubled in 2017 due to strong consumer demand, limited supply, and increased purchases from investors, according to the United States Geological Survey. Automakers such as BMW and Volkswagen have reportedly been looking for ways to secure their future cobalt supplies as well.
You and I, we can't function on a day-to-day basis without cobalt, and 3/4 of the supply is coming out of the Congo. The cobalt that's being mined in the Congo is in every single lithium-ion rechargeable battery manufactured in the world today. Every smartphone, every tablet, every laptop, and crucially,
every electric vehicle.
Les cachets de cérémonie déjà foutu. Tout, c'est déjà foutu. On a déjà pris tout ça. On a déjà vendu. Ça va disparaître. Ça n'existera jamais dans 10 ans en tout cas.
Throughout the whole history of slavery, I mean, I'm going back centuries, never in human history has there been more suffering that generated more profit and was linked to the lives of more people around the world, ever in history, than what's happening in the Congo right now. And the reason I say that is this.
That my 14 clients are either children who have been maimed or the parents of children who have been killed in mining accidents, which are very routine. There's a boy with an amputated leg. There's several boys with smashed legs. They'll never work again in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and they need medical attention.
There's no clean cobalt. Let's just make that totally abundantly clear. And anyone that claims otherwise is either peddling in falsehoods or is recklessly ignorant of the truth.
They tunnel straight down and 50 meters sometimes into the shale. We heard stories of up to 65 people in one incident, including adults and children, were buried alive and they didn't even find their bodies yet.
Are there any industrialized cobalt mines that use machinery and don't use slavery and don't use child labor and don't use these people that live in unimaginable poverty?
I've never seen one. And I've been to almost all the major industrial cobalt mines.
Growth in world refined cobalt demand is expected to outstrip supply, driven mainly by strong growth in the rechargeable battery and aerospace industries, USGS said. Either way, based on the appetite for technology today, it doesn't seem like demand will slow down anytime soon.
There's more than 15,000 human beings crammed into that pit, digging by hand. And if you have sound, you hear the mallets, you hear the shouting, you hear the grunts. It's a massive humanity. You might expect to see a scene like this.
Lord, I am so tired. How long can this go on? I've been working, working.
China is the largest refiner of cobalt and the largest supplier to the United States. It's also the world's biggest consumer of cobalt.
And truth seekers have to go find that truth and enlighten civilization so that people get agitated about it and want to do something about it. So there's no clean cobalt. Let's just make that totally abundantly clear.
We know now that the next crisis is already waiting for us around the corner.
It's a spiritual battle, a warfare between good and evil.
Thanks a lot for searching that out, man. Appreciate that. Fisherman in the box. Fisherman in a box.